Hi team, welcome to Cloud Pandit in this Azure Data Factory Master Program video series. So in today's session, we will see it's a hands-on. We will see how to copy data from source blob to sync blob with a wildcard file pattern matching. So we have different types of files in a source folder, but we want to extract only CSV files. We want to extract the files which are loaded today. We want to extract the files which are basically which are basically having the like first four characters as cust, right? So there are other cases also we have. There are different scenarios which I have included. So we will see all these file patterns, how we can able to match and extract the specific files. Okay, for doing this, exactly we need to follow 16 steps in this particular Azure Data Factory to achieve this particular scenario. Let's see now. Prerequisites for this hands-on, if you see, we need two storage accounts. One is for source blob, one is for sync blob. Then one we need Azure Data Factory. In that we need a one integration runtime which is of type Azure integration runtime. So we no need to create it, so it will be by default available. Next, I needed two linked services. One is for source blob, one is for sync blob. Then I need two data sets. One is for source blob dataset, sync blob dataset, total two. Then activities, one activity I need, that is copy activity. So I'll be creating a pipeline called ingestion pipeline. Okay, let's see the steps. So step one, I'll create a blob. So step two, I'll create a sync blob. Step three, I'll create the ADF. Step four, inside the source blob, I'll be creating a container called Cloud Pandit or Cust anything. Under that you can upload the different types of files. This is sample files I just have shown you. In the real scenarios I'll show you the different types of files that I am going to load. Okay, and sync side also I can create the custom container. Then sixth step is open the Azure Data Factory, then create a two linked services. Source is one, sync is one. So 7 and 8 steps will be completed. Again, create a source dataset, sync dataset, 9 and 10th steps will be completed. So in 11th step, you create the pipeline. In pipeline, you can drag the copy data activity and you can reference your source dataset and sync dataset. After that, in the source data set side, we need to use different pattern matchings. Okay, file pattern matchings we need to provide. That is a 15th step. So once we have done this, we can able to run our pipeline. That is the 16th step. Here the crucial part is 15th part. Okay, so with respect to the 15th part, we have four different scenarios I have prepared. Scenario number one, if you see, we are going to use different type of patterns, that is question mark and star are supported in the Azure Data Factory. Let's say I have, these are the source folder is having all these files. In this, let's say if I have given cust1 underscore 3 question marks. Remember, question mark indicates maximum number of characters which are allowed between the underscore and the dot is maximum 3. Okay, which means that you can have a file with cust1 underscore dot csv, that is accepted, because maximum, or you can say up to 3 characters, 3 question marks means up to 3 characters it will allow from the 0 to 3 characters. 0 means cust1 underscore dot csv is not having any characters in between, that is the 0 characters. Such type of files are allowed. So 0 or 1 character, which means cust1 underscore let's say 1 dot csv, so 1 character will be there. Cust1 underscore 12 dot csv, 2 characters. Cust1 underscore 123 dot csv, so 3 characters. So till that particular level it will support, but if you have a cust1 underscore 1234, so 4th character it will not allow. That's why remember exactly it supports from 0 to 3 characters. With that, so if you look at here, cust1 underscore, so 0 characters. Cust1 m, so 1 character. Cust1 underscore ms, 2 characters. We don't have 3 characters. One total 3 files are expected in the output. If you see, cust1 underscore csv, cust1 underscore m dot csv, cust1 underscore ms dot csv. This is the expected output. So scenario number 2, if you look at, okay, same here. So same files, on the same files, I'll be using a different scenario, cust1 underscore 3 question marks star dot csv. You know, question marks are invalid when you use the wildcard option as star. Star means you can have any number of characters. So this is exactly equal to cust1 underscore star dot csv. whether you are using above one or below one, both are same. So when you use star, as you know, it will allow any number of characters. The name should start with cust1 underscore and it should end with dot csv. In between you can have any number of characters. With that, if you see cust1 underscore, cust1 underscore daily, cust1 underscore m, cust1 underscore ms, cust1 underscore today, cust1 underscore weekly. So all these files are of type csv and all these are starting with a cust1. So all these files will be available in our output. This is scenario number 2. Let's see scenario number 3. If you are using, okay, so the same set of files. On that I am using starting 3 question marks. Again, up to 3 characters you can have at the beginning, but later you must have to have a file ending with 2023-08-12.json. Okay, let's see with that. If you see ms 2023-08-12.json, yes, this is eligible. MS Cloud Pandit. Okay, MSC means MS Cloud Pandit. MSC 3 characters we have 2023-08-12 JSON. So these two are up to 3 characters. But if you say Cloud Pandit 2023-08-12.json, which is a more than 3 characters, which is not allowed. That's why these 2 characters only will come in the output. These 2 files only will come in the output. Instead of 3 question marks, scenario number 4, if you look at, okay, instead of using the question marks, if you are using star and put the date.json, then at the beginning you can have any number of characters, but the file must be ended with 2023-08-12.json. If you see here, so this is the file name 2023-08-12.json ms. So all the files are coming. Okay, so these are the 4 scenarios we will see quickly. Just we need to follow 16 steps. Let's quickly jump into the lab, portal.azure.com. Okay, so let's follow exactly step by step. Okay, so let's follow the step by step process here. If you follow the step by step process, you can see here, right? So you can see here we need to create the source blob, sync blob, and the ADF. Let's create them quickly. Search for storage accounts, go to storage accounts, click create storage account. Okay. Cloud Pandit -dev-rg, click OK. Then you can see Cloud Pandit source blob. So validation failed because name is not available. Maybe you can just use one. Check it whether it is available. Just click review again. So final validation is succeeded. Source blob is created. Again, open portal.azure.com. So let's create the sync blob storage. So how to create this sync blob? Just click on the storage account, then create storage account. Come down, you can select Cloud Pandit -dev-rg, Cloud Pandit sync blob 1 I am giving. Just click review plus create. Click create. We just have to see the scenarios. Okay, portal.azure.com. The third step is we need to create the Azure Data Factory. Okay, so let's quickly go to data factories. Let's search for data factory. If it is not coming, data factories, click on that, click create data factory. Okay, this is the research group. These are the Cloud Pandit ADF v2 1308. Okay, click review plus create. Create it. So once the data factory is also created, you can go back to your steps. So if you go back to our steps, 1, 2, 3 is completed. Fourth step is we need to create a source container and need to upload the files. Fifth step is we need to open the sync storage account. Let's do those 2 steps. Come to the source blob, go to source blob, go inside the source blob storage. Let's create a container called, you can have any container, but if you want to just use the container name as Cloud Pandit, you can just create a container as Cloud Pandit. Under container called Cloud Pandit, you can just upload the files. So underlying you are using extension is JSON or CSV, doesn't matter. Underlying data can be anything. Extension, just to test this scenario, you just save some files dynamically. Some files as .csv, some files as JSON with this particular naming convention. You can able to test it. Underlying data can be anything, not an issue, any structure. Okay. Source side container we created and we uploaded three JSONs and remaining CSV files. Come to sync. So sync side, as you know, even if you're not creating the container will be created automatically. That is what we discussed earlier. But I'll just show you complete end to end in each video. The reason is maybe somebody is coming for a particular requirement. He will not go back and watch all the videos. It is little difficult for them to do. That's why I always prefer to do everything from scratch. Okay. So fourth and fifth, this is sixth video, sixth step. If you see, open ADF Studio, and in that we need to create two linked services, two data sets. Okay, so total 5 steps we will finish off once we open the Azure Data Factory. Open Azure Data Factory. Once we open Azure Data Factory, what we need to do? One source linked service, one sync linked service, one source data set, one sync data set. Let's quickly finish off those things. Go to manage, click new. So blob storage, select blob. You can say ls for blob for source. Come down, you can subscription, you can choose this. Storage account name is source blob 1. Okay, test connection. Create it. Okay, source linked service is ready. Similar to this, we also need to create one more linked service for the sync. Let's create the one more linked service for the sync. ls for blob, sorry, ls for blob sync. Okay, once the sync linked service is also, just select the sync blob, then test the connection, create it. So we created the one source blob linked service, one sync blob linked service. Now come to the author tab. Let's create two data sets, new data set. So source is blob, right? Select blob, CSV files we have, anything you can choose. Even though we have different types of files, you can choose CSV or JSON, not an issue. Okay. Source linked service. Here you select your container. Your container is Cloud Pandit. Under that, you have different types of files. Based on your requirement, you need to choose the different types of values. Okay. Source data set is ready. Let's create a sync data set. Blob. You just use the same CSV at the sync set also. Blob, and I'll say sync. Okay. This is the sync. Browse it. Select cast out. Okay. Just select this particular container, click OK. Okay, so two data sets also completed. Now you see two linked services, two data sets completed. 10 steps, 6 more steps pending. Now next step is create a pipeline, drag the copy activity, select source data set and the sync data set. Let's do till here. Okay, create a pipeline. Okay, so you can mark this pipeline as PL underscore data ingestion, and you can just bring the copy data activity. Okay, source is, this is the source, sync is, this is the sync. Okay, total 14 steps are completed. If you see here, 14 step, the 15th step, which is very important, is, so you need to choose the wildcard file option. Let's say the first scenario, if you look at the first scenario, talks about from the source folder. Okay, from the source folder, I want to pick what you want to pick as per the first scenario. If you see, as per the first scenario, if you see here, so which indicates that, one second, we will see the first scenario, cust1 underscore question mark dot csv we need to. Okay, so the first scenario is here in the source data set, you need to choose wildcard file path. Here you need to use cust1 underscore question mark dot csv. Check it, is this the one? Yes, cust1 underscore question mark dot csv. What it does, up to 3 characters means You can have cust1 underscore dot csv, it will allow cust1 underscore 1 dot csv, it will be allowed cust1 underscore 12 dot csv is allowed cust1 underscore 123 dot csv is also allowed, but more than 3 characters like cust1 underscore 1234 dot csv is not allowed. Okay, let's see whether it is working fine or not. Scenario number 1 I am testing. Okay, so if you look at the pipeline, so pipeline is successfully copied. How many files copied? If you see 3 files it fetched and it loaded. Go to sync, go inside the cust fold, cust out, check it. See cust1 underscore dot csv, cust1 underscore m dot csv, cust1 underscore ms dot csv. You also have cust1 underscore today dot csv. All these things it is not taking because up to 3 characters. Underscore 0 characters is there, underscore m is the 1 character is there, underscore ms 2 characters are there, meaning 0 1 2 characters allowed, and it can also allow 3 characters file if at all anything is available. Okay, that is the scenario number 1. Scenario number 2, if you see, you can use cust1 underscore, okay, 3 question mark start dot csv or cust1 underscore start dot csv. Both scenarios reflect the same result, but we can quickly see that. Okay, to load the data, those files into the same folder, I am deleting the existing file in the sync location. Target side I am making it as empty. Again, if I run, fresh files will be loading here. So now triple question mark start dot csv, you can put debug this. So pipeline is running. It is succeeded. Let's see the number of files it is copied. The number of files it copied is 6 files it copied. If you see here, refresh it, you can see all the 6 files, cust1, which are starting with cust1 and ending with .cs. So all the files came. Okay, this is the scenario number 2. Okay, but scenario number 2 we just tested with this. We can also test with this star. Let me quickly take you through that particular step to explain that. So here what I'll do, I'll directly delete this particular container. So as you know, the container, if you delete, what will happen? What will happen if the container is deleted is container will be created by the Azure Data Factory automatically. We no need to worry about it. So but here what we need to do, cust1 underscore, instead of the question marks, we just have to put what? Cust1 underscore star dot csv. Star means anything you can have between the cust1 underscore and then dot csv. Okay, so if you are practicing this particular session, don't run the pipeline immediately once you delete the sync container. The reason is sync container, if you run the pipeline, what happens, it will try to create the sync container, but backend it is deleting. One side it is deleting the container, same container you are trying to create, so there is a conflict and pipeline will fail. That's why wait for some 10-20 seconds. Whenever you delete a container, then you run your pipeline, it will successfully create. See, cust out is created just now. Now you can see all the 6 files again loaded. All the 6 files are loaded again now. Okay, this is the scenario number 2 only. Second part within the scenario number 2. Let's move on to the scenario number 3. In scenario number 3, if you see 3 question marks and date.json, which indicates at the beginning you should have 1 character or 0 characters or 3 characters, up to 3 characters it will allow. Okay, let's see that how it will work. Okay, so I just made the empty for the sync container. Here what I will be doing is completely change this one to 3 question marks 2023-08-12.json. Okay, debug this. Up to 3 characters are allowed. Up to 3 characters are allowed here. So today all the pipelines are queuing from the morning. I am seeing there is a temporary issue. Not doing anything. So you can see pipeline is succeeded. We can see how many files are copied. How many files are copied? 2 files read, 2 files are written. If we come here, refresh it, you should be able to see MS, MSC. This is 2 characters, this is 3 characters. If you have a 1 character, if you have 0 character, still it is allowed. But if you have more than 3 characters, it is not allowing. You can see it's the same result here, right? So these 2 files, MS and MSC, is coming because 3 characters means this is 2 character, this is 3 character, but this is more than 3 characters, which is not allowed. But if you use fourth scenario, star, okay, if you are using star at the beginning, what will happen? We will see. For that, let me delete these files. Come back here. Okay. If you see here, instead of 3 question marks, you can put star. Okay, and year, month, day. Like I just put the date. Debug this particular pipeline once again. Okay, we can see, right, this is succeeded now. If you click on this, we can see 3 files read, 3 files are written. If you come here, you should be able to see, okay, 2 characters, 3 characters, more than 3 characters, all the 3 files came. Okay, so all these 3 files are available. Okay, so that's our team. So let's quickly go through some of the questions. Okay, quiz questions. Which wildcard character in Azure Data Factory copy activity file path represent a single character? Single character means question mark. Okay, single character means question mark. What does the wildcard character star represent in Azure Data Factory copy activity file path? It matches any single character. It matches 0 or more characters. It matches exactly 1 character. It matches any directory. So it matches 0 or more characters. So it can match any characters. Okay. Next. When using the question mark wildcard character in Azure Data Factory copy activity, how many characters does it match? Exactly 1 character or 0 character. So remember, it will match exactly 1 character. Okay, it will match exactly 1 character. Remember, so you can have 0 or 1, but you don't have here exactly like 0 or 1 character. So that's why the right answer is A. In Azure Data Factory, which wildcard character is used to represent multiple characters within a file or directory? As you know, star. Okay, multiple characters within a file or directory, we use the star. Okay, that's all, team. Please subscribe my channel. So encourage me to do more videos. If you have any questions, if you want me to change the like my approach, how I am teaching the labs, right? So please feel free to put your comments in the comment section. I'll respond for all of your comments. Thank you. That's it for today.